Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Next on Deck. That's right, that's our Tuesday NXT show. We got a lot to talk about today, mostly from NXT because Raw was ass. First off, it's me, the former champion on the Greg the Son, Mongo to you, been bushwhacking since 92, joined, of course, by my ride or die co-host, the current Are You Fucking Serious Quiz Bowl champion. He is the forever intercontinental champion of our podcast. He is Matty Reigns. What's going on, Matt?
What is up, everybody? It's my favorite night of the wrestling week. It's NXT. It's also AEW's Title Tuesday, apparently also. I forgot all about that. But
I forgot about that until like today. Yeah.
Me too.
No idea.
They haven't even promoted it. That's their fault, not ours. Y'all don't promote it. Y'all, we're not gonna remember. We know about it.
Some page on Twitter was talking about, because Adam Copeland was on Busted Open today, and he's like, yeah, Tony Khan was out there like connecting people with like some apps and some devices to help them through the hurricanes. And this Twitter account quoted that and shared it. Dax, FTR Bald, Dax shared it and was talking about how important everything is. And Tony Khan replied to it and goes, yeah, we're all together. Remember Title Tuesday. It's like, not on that post, Tony. Right. Not on that post, man. Any other tweet, that's fine. Not on that one. Pick another one.
And yes, Cookies, it was ass. It wasn't that bad, but like me and Greg were talking about, there was some stuff that even though it was 2 hours, it was still like, what the hell? Like certain stuff should have been that happened, shouldn't have happened. Like some stuff just went faster than it should have been. Like the opening match.
Yeah, let's just talk about Raw. Let's talk about Raw. It was it was all right. So, yesterday we're kind of excited for it because we're going to get Jey Uso defending against Xavier, which should have been a great match because they've wrestled each other on and off for 10 plus years. They're long-time rivals. They didn't give them shit for time on this match, Matt.
That shit was like 8 minutes long. Like before all of that, we had to sit through CM Punk crying, basically saying, I'm going home. I'm broken. All right, bye. Then Seth Rollins comes out in Shield cosplay that had me interested. But then he calls out Bronson Reed. And then after all of that, Jey Uso interrupts Seth. And I'm like, all right, y'all sped this along because that was like 11 minutes, 12 minutes worth of show right there. So I'm like, as those promos are going, I'm like, all right, y'all ain't got that. It's only 2 hours. Y'all talking a lot. Let's more wrestling. And we get to the wrestling, and I'm like, all right, we about to have us a nice little, this is going to be a nice, decent match, at least like 12 minutes at least. Nope. And it was like Xavier got in 80%, 90% of the offense. And he went up, got on the top rope. That was the wrong move. He landed, he did that Sheldon with the HBK. He jumped off and he landed into a super kick. And the next thing you knew, it was a Uso splash. 1, 2, 3. Like I went to the kitchen. I came back out the kitchen to down sis. Day what? He was already dancing. I'm like, what?
Yeah.
He already what?
Like we kind of expected more out of this one. And like, I guess, I don't know. After the match, we have a few things that go wrong. Like Woods refuses to shake Jay's hand because they're still trying to like tease this heel turn for Woods for some reason. We're still doing this. And then him and Kofi walk off, and Braun Breaker rushes the ring, spears Jay out of his shoes.
Murders Jay.
Kofi tries to go in there.
It'd be like, hey, Kofi, hiya!
Big Show collapsed Kofi's chest. Braun collapsed Kofi's ribs. So this man is as flat as can possibly be.
And then Woods, as an innocent bystander, he's just sitting there checking out Kofi. Like, I know I was talking shit a few seconds ago, but are you all right? Nah, you go down too.
Did you see how low Braun got on that? He speared Woods' legs. Woods had got bent over and had to like slide himself.
He was like, man, fuck you, man. I don't even know you, but fuck you too. But I'm like, oh, I thought Xavier would be the one to get away. He's like, nope, equal opportunity. Nobody is being left standing but me.
It was so funny. It was like, oh, Woods didn't attack him, so he's just not going to do it. No, he gets it too. He gets it too.
Like, he's saying, nope.
Woods
like, unless you have WWE and stripes, that's the only way you say.
Yeah, because if you got WWE and it's a black shirt, you're still getting your ass whooped. That's security. He has killed. That man's killed enough security guards at this point to be locked up for a very long time. Him, Bronson, and Braun.
Like, he ain't trying to kill no refs because he know he gonna get fined. Adam Pearce will be right there waiting, like, hey, where that money?
Yeah. Pearce will fine you for attacking a ref. Pearce won't fine you for like beating the shit out of 15 security guards.
Nope.
And sending him to the unemployment line. Like,
he was like, they signed a waiver. They knew what it was when they
thought security for a reason.
WWE Raw. What did y'all expect? Y'all watched Raw before.
Yeah. It's let's see. But the first, I guess we need to talk about the CM Punk thing. First, before we even do that, the show opens with Sexy Red for no reason.
I forgot all about her just that quick.
They just like, hey, Lay, it's Sexy Red. And Sexy Red waves the crowd, and we do the Raw intro.
Right.
And then the next thing we see is CM Punk, and like, is CM Punk going to have a thing with Sexy? No, Sexy Red's gone. Like, what the fuck was she out there for? What was the point?
I was like, why did they do that? Like, I was expecting to see her on NXT. Like, y'all didn't have to just force her on the Raw for that moment.
You could just have like a little, hey, she's going to be there tomorrow. Because that crowd also didn't seem to care that much about her being there. Like,
they were like, oh, hey, yeah, let's start Raw.
We got a lot to do in 2 hours, so
right.
Hurry this shit up. Yeah, so the Woods match, wasn't that great. Braun is still heel after last week, where he said he respected Jey, and he's, the better man won that night. This week, fuck it, Braun's heel again.
He's like, I lied.
I don't know if that was always the plan. I know that, like, when Ilya got injured, they were like, oh shit. All right, well, we got to put somebody in that spot.
Right.
And I guess maybe they thought Braun was going to do it, but then Seth came back that night. So you're like, guess we're just going to have Seth there instead. We'll just put Seth in that slot. Braun can go back to doing what he does best, which is just breaking people in half. And you just move on. Speaking of Seth, so yeah, Punk comes out and says, I don't know how many matches I got left in me. I had 0 Hell in a Cell matches left in me, and I still did that. I might not come back ever, if not, I love you. And then, Seth walks up. So clearly we're going to get Seth and Punk at Mania if Punk cannot hurt himself.
That's why he is going home, to not hurt himself.
That man is leaving to save the injury for later. And we can just make it to Mania 40. Is it 42 now? Mania 42?
Yeah. 41.
Mania 41. 41. Like the Mania 41. And I'm sitting in Larry's carriage. Hey, don't knock the poodle carriage, all right? Or whatever the hell that dog is. It's not a poodle. Don't knock that little carriage.
They're like, we're gonna make sure that we don't even bother probably even putting you in the Royal Rumble, because the last time he was in the Royal Rumble, he got hurt in that also. So
what they could do is, I guess, maybe he can cost Seth at the Rumble.
Yeah, that's all he gonna do. That's all he about to do. Don't put that
Just
man in the Rumble because Steph likes to tear on him easily.
Let it get down to 30, so there's no more entrances coming out. Seth's going to be in there, and Punk come out in a hoodie, take him out. That's it. That's all you need. Because if not, this man will tear something. It's gonna happen. It's a miracle it didn't happen at Hell in a Cell.
All right, y'all gonna have a promo. If y'all want to have physical involvement, no. He's old and he gets hurt too easily. He's Samoa Joe fragile. Come on now, y'all. It's like it don't take nothing for Samoa Joe to get a concussion. It don't take anything for CM Punk to tear something now, especially in the chest area.
Man's made of paper. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're gonna do that, I guess, is what's happening. Seth comes out and he says he's happy to be back, yada yada yada. I'm gonna whoop Bronson Reed's ass. And we were talking about how Bronson Reed needs to, whenever this match happens, he would need to win it.
Yeah.
Or what was the point? Bronson Reed was recently on Chris Van Vliet's show, and he was talking about what he did to Seth and Truth and everybody else. He feels that's how he should have debuted when he came back. And yeah, kind of. That kind of would have been, would have been better. Because I don't even remember what his. Do you remember what his return? I don't even remember what his return was.
I think he just it was one of those. He's back. It was just a random. Oh, it's Bronson Reed. He's back. It wasn't anything. It was kind of like when Johnny Gargano, when they all re-showed up, like when they debuted. It was just we're sitting there and then DIY's music is on. We're like, what? He's here? Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, he's right. Should have been that way. But so we're gonna get Seth and Bronson. I don't remember if they said it was next week or not. They set a lot of matches up for next week.
He just challenged them. That's all he did. He said he wants to match. He just got to name the time. I'm like, all right, Crown Jewel. Y'all
I guess Crown Jewel.
Saw this, baby.
Oh God, fucking Crown Jewel. We also saw the little like Viking letters again.
Oh yeah.
The War Machine, or was it Viking, whatever they are, the Viking Raiders. But I did hear a rumor that they're going back to the War Raiders.
I mean, they're going to be better under Triple H. They were always better under Triple H, even when they were in NXT. That was really the last time they were really good.
Honestly, when they come back, that's going to be an actual legit important tag team, because right now the teams, you have teams on Raw, but they don't seem too important. I mean, I'm trying to think. New Day, the Creeds, the Wyatts,
and then Alpha Academy,
Judgment Day, Alpha Academy,
AOP.
But all these teams are doing nothing. All the AOP's not doing. Yeah, because AOP is great, but what the fuck are they doing? You know what I mean?
Right. You got Cross hanging out with Miz. Cross hanging out with me. He's supposed to be hanging out with me.
Why is Cross getting involved with the Miz of all people?
Cross, why are you being the little devil on the shoulder, but you losing all your matches? You are the opposite of Jake the Snake. You're doing all these promos and all these mind games, but it ain't working. You're just losing.
We also saw a lot of weird technical issues last night. And they weren't Wyatt related. After the first match, before the first match, Seth mentions Cody was teaming with Roman. That was weird. Cody also got in a fight with Kevin Owens, which I'm not supposed to talk about. So they're doing this thing with KO where it wasn't on TV. No one's saying anything. They're trying to act like they're trying to brush it under the rug.
They're wanting. They didn't even record it. they're using us, the fans, to basically talk about it. And even when even Cody, like even Sammy went up to Cody and said, "Hey, I know we ain't got to talk about that." I'm like,
yeah.
Why are you here? I mean, I understand why you're here, but I'm gonna talk about you get your ass beat because it's on social media. Sammy's like, I have a Twitter. I saw you got your ass beat. Are you okay? He's like, let's not talk about that.
Yeah. I like it though. I think it's an interesting way to do the story. Where like they don't have footage from their cameras, like you said, so it has to be just like, unless they ask someone to use their fan footage, right. All they can say on TV is there was an incident, and that's really it. But after the match and after a few more things happen, we start seeing like errors production wise, and it was not like the weird fuzzy screen white shit pops up. Like this, everything went black, and we saw a camera angle of like the Raw logo kind of cut in half because like it was looking at the ring. So the ring was cutting off half of the Raw logo.
And then first I was like, oh. And they had Joe Tessitore like kind of just milk the time. Like they're like, just keep going. And he's like, it was even that's where it got awkward because it was like, all right, that's the end of the video that y'all played, and they're going back to him, and they basically are telling him keep going. And he's like, I don't have any more words to say, but I'm going to keep talking.
I have no context of what to talk about. Yeah.
Right.
And then like they went to play something else and then nothing played. And after about 10 seconds, Wade Barrett goes, yeah, it's still having some technical problems on our end. Like, yeah, no shit. No shit, Wade.
I was watching like, what is happening?
Because like we're used to seeing the like the Wyatt shit, and that happens later in the show. And we're like, that was supposed to happen. But the stuff that happened in the first half of the show, that wasn't supposed to. That was weird. That was just strange. And usually they're so good with like their production, you don't see too many mistakes repeatedly happen. So to see that go on for like 10 very, very long, slow minutes, where they're just like, so yeah, Cody, that he was attacked last night, and then sound cuts out and then comes back, and you were in the middle of a conversation we didn't hear. It just kept getting worse. It was so weird.
It was just weird to see them just like basically freak out on camera, but keep their composure. And they're just like, we don't have nothing else to talk about. This is not on the script. What y'all want us to say?
We got Vince isn't yelling in my ear telling me what to say anymore. So I don't know. No, Cookies, it wasn't part of the show. That was just unfortunate production problems.
They were having technical issues, and then they told us, and they was hoping by the time they got done saying it, they were like, all right, Dad, they would be like, all right. And now the technical issues are over. Nope, the technical issues kept going. So they were like, y'all got to keep talking. They're like, but we don't have anything else to talk about.
It was so, because like they're like, all right, well, that's done. Oh, hey, look, Cody Rhodes is backstage. And then cuts like Cody walking around. And I guess maybe this was where we're supposed to see him and Sammy like hook up. But then more technical issues happened. So that got pushed to later. And this one was like, I guess we're having technical issues. And then we cut to commercial while they figure that shit out. We finally come back, everything's fixed, and we get to Sheamus and Pete Dunne. Pete Dunne and Sheamus have the good old-fashioned Donnybrook match. They said it every time they were talking about what this match was.
Ass. That's what that match.
Poor Joe.
Ass.
The match is great.
Hey, the match was great. I just hated them saying that because I'm like, we get it. It's a regular no disqualification match. We get it, y'all. It's a hardcore match.
Like, yeah, we know. We got it. We know. Poor Kanisha? Joe. What's going on, Kanisha? You didn't miss much. What's going on for Raw? Poor Joe Tessitore is just like, yeah, this is the a good old fashioned Donnybrook. And Wade, can you tell me what that's about? And Wade literally says, like you just said, it's like a no DQ match, but we got barrels of beer.
Right.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. They had like the barrels of whiskey or whatever. They had the bar set up with drinks. They had shillelaghs and they had cricket bats. And Sheamus beats the shit out of Pete Dunne for a good 5 minutes.
Yeah,
he whoops his ass.
Like they made sure to make that Raw feel like a PLE, but minus the technical issues, because that match and the main event were definitely PLE worthy.
Yeah, honestly, and if it wasn't for the main event, this would have been like one of the best. It still is one of the best matches that we've had on TV from Raw this year. Mm-hmm. I think it was great, but the main event they killed it.
Right.
Sheamus chases Pete up the barrels and does the white noise off the barrels, and the camera, they did a great job of not showing you what was below the barrels.
Mm-hmm.
It's like maybe there's a table there, but I mean they're kind of like near nothing. So are they going to land on the floor? What the fuck is it?
Right.
You see them fall through the table. Great spot, great moment. Pete gets back up and he ties Sheamus's hands behind his back with zip ties. And Wade goes, "Who keeps zip ties at a bar?" Which is a good question. I guess for situations like this, to stop someone from kicking your ass. They go inside the ring. Pete hits the brogue kick, 2 count. Sheamus gets back up, does the pump knee to the jaw, and hits the brogue kick. Look, man, no hands. Boom, knocks him out.
That shit was so damn cold. Like I'm like, he did that and then like got the pin on top of that. I'm like, bro, you did all that with no hands. All right, Sheamus.
Sheamus is doing fucking trick moves out here.
I'm like, Sheamus
did this shit with no hands
now. All right. Dude pulled out some Under Siege type of shit. I'm like, oh.
Yeah, it was great. I guess this is the end of this rivalry because, like,
I hope.
I think it's 2-1 Sheamus.
Like,
I think Sheamus won the first one. Pete won
Sheamus and
the
Pete
next
are
one.
almost as bad as Drew and Punk.
Yeah. Like, all right,
don't team up, Sheamus and Drew, please. We don't want to see y'all team up. We do not want to see y'all team up to face the other two. No, stay away from each other.
We need to be done with both of these feuds. Look, man, no hands. Yeah. Pete. What are we doing with Pete Dunne? Like, because he was one of Triple H's boys. Trips loves him some Pete Dunne.
It's
what is happening?
Weird. I guess they're just like. I honestly feel like if Bate didn't get hurt, then he'd probably be flourishing in a tag team. And I guess they're just going to tread water with him until they're ready. I guess if anything, now that this feud is over, and honestly, it's going to put both of them. They're both in that IC title picture, win or lose. It's just one's lower, one's going to be a higher up in contendership now. I can see Jey versus Sheamus, Jey versus Pete, depending on how long they want Jey to hold it. I would, because honestly, with him as the champ, you could really open up that IC title division and have him go against anybody, and whoever beats him is going to instantly be made.
Yeah, and really anybody can beat Jey.
Yeah.
I mean that in the nicest way possible. You can have anybody beat Jey, and it's going to feel like a big moment.
Yeah.
But he's not as dominant as other champions who are like, okay, but this person shouldn't beat this person. Like, no, Jey can get beat by Pete Dunne.
Mm-hmm.
Jey could have got beat by Xavier. Like, he could realistically lose his title whenever. What scares the shit out of me as the guy running Team Raw who has to get points, I'm mortified.
Yeah, he can lose to anybody.
That motherfucker's I'm gonna get a double -6 on this shit trying to get points with Jey, and it's gonna really hurt. It's really gonna hurt. Cody Rhodes, we finally do this after this match. Cody Rhodes walks around and he meets Sammy. Like he said, Sammy's like, "Hey man, I'm gonna beat Gunther tonight, and then we're gonna face each other at Crown Jewel. Also, sorry about my boy." And before he can finish, Cody's like, "Da, da, 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 da."
Let's not talk about that. All right. Let's talk about The Rock showing up. How about that? I don't want to talk about that either. Then you gonna talk about something, Cody?
Why are you here, Cody?
That's what I'm looking like. You don't want to talk about The Rock. You don't want to talk about getting your ass beat, but you want to sit up here and talk to Gunther. He gonna beat your ass too. Oh,
oh God. Okay. Real talk. Who should win that match?
It should be. Looking at it, it's really Rocky versus Drago. And this, in me, this is the time we remixing the movie. This is the Matty cut. Drago beating that ass. Like Gunther, and when we were talking about it last night in the chat, I even thought about it like this because I almost put the gif up. Every time that man goes to Saudi Arabia, he comes back with a trophy. He went over there and won the crown. What did he get after he won the crown? He got a belt. Now he returning as the champion. He already the king, low-key the king of Saudi Arabia. Now he about to come over there and be like, all right, I ain't got y'all's crown. See what I got for that. I'm the champ. Oh, y'all got another trophy y'all want? Okay, yeah. Go ahead and just bring that on over here. Like, I honestly feel like Gunther is going to be the Saudi king over there. Like, he is the money maker. When it's time to go to Saudi, it's Gunther time. I mean, think about it. Him and Nia both, they went over there and won crown. Now they're coming back over there with their belts.
That is, I didn't think about that. That is actually interesting that they both won. Because the end of that tournament was in Saudi Arabia. So them coming back is like returning. That is neat. I will say, though, it is weird to have like the returning dominant European going back to Saudi Arabia to like claim. Like, this feels really very close to something kind of fucked up. Like, it's very
that's
close.
That's why I always say Gunther is my favorite N-word. Because they are getting real close to that.
Exactly. Raquel Rodriguez drives up. And I guess they said it was earlier, so I guess it might have been on Twitter or something. But they drive up.
They had technical difficulties. I'm blaming it on.
I'll blame it on her. We're gonna blame a lot on Raquel. I'll be honest with you. Raquel and her big ass back show up. She drives up into the parking lot, and Dom and Liv are in the back seat. So not only is Raquel her bodyguard, she's also Liv's personal driver.
I'm about to say, how the fuck you gonna show up? You fucked the match up, and then they just established real quick, yeah, this is her bitch. Daddy Dom is Daddy Dom. Raquel is their butler. She is their version.
Pretty much. They show up and Liv's like, yeah, no more Rhea. Now I get to do something else. Actually, I don't have anything to do on the show tonight, so I guess we're gonna leave. And Jackie Redmond's like, you just got here. What do you mean you're gonna? And she goes, nah, I'm gone. They get back in their SUV and just leave. And that's the last we see of those three. Two of your most popular wrestlers on your show, and Raquel. That is the last time we see him for this show, Matt. And Rhea didn't show up.
Liv reminding everybody she don't get paid by the hour.
Fair enough.
If you are hourly Oh no, baby, you just got paid for 2 minutes. That's about to be nothing.
yeah. No, you gotta stick around a little bit longer for that. Raquel gonna beat her for the belt? God, I hope not. Cookies. God, no. Absolutely
I'll
not.
say it now. Even though Joe Henry ain't win my little prediction, Charlotte gonna take that belt off her. Charlotte is coming back for that ass. That belt, one of the podcasts I listened to was like, Charlotte, that belt is literally made for Charlotte. Yeah, it is. It's basically a variation.
It's a world championship. Yeah, it's
right.
The big goal. You got to put the big goal in Charlotte. You have to.
Like y'all are like, at this point, it's Charlotte's.
Is this her 15th belt? Will this be her 15th? Okay.
I think so.
You gotta have her win the big gold, man. You gotta. You're right. You have to. Like it fits her perfectly.
Like at this point, I don't see anyone like they're gonna like. I honestly feel like they're probably gonna do her like they're doing like they've done Roxanne. They're just gonna keep like, oh, here's an opponent. Here's a Zelina. Here's this person. Unless Becky wants to come back, that might be the only other person who could beat her until Becky decides she wants to be Becky again.
Wait a minute. Hold on. Do they count the NXT title now since she went back and won it twice? Or is that still separate?
I think that's still separate. I don't know.
Okay, all right. So 14. Because if you count those two, she's a 16-time champion. All right.
Oh, okay.
But if you don't, then she's 14. And this would be 15. But yeah, Roxanne, God damn it, she's got to lose that belt soon. Like, please take that belt off her. Speaking of NXT, we had NXT GM Ava pop up last night talking to Adam Pearce.
I was shocked to see it. I was like, y'all ain't got to promote NXT. I'm already going to watch, but okay.
Did you see the numbers NXT did last week? Almost 1 million in their debut.
Almost 1 million. Like on free TV, you get almost 1 million people to show up on a Tuesday night, and it's not sports. Oh yeah, CW was very happy. They was thinking they was going to get 500,000.
Yeah, all the numbers like the highest rank, whatever for how many. Like of course, this is the best thing CW's had since probably the Flash or the Arrow, whatever those shows are. Because now nobody watches that channel at all for anything, really. So
then they got the kiss. They gave the Pat-12 the kiss of death.
Yeah. I guess we'll see what happens tonight. Now that AEW and NXT are head to head again, we'll see if we'll see who wins the night. We'll see if any of those NXT fans or AEW fans or vice versa, and it'll be interesting. But yeah, so Ava's backstage with Pierce. They're talking, and then Ethan Page walks in. Ethan Page made his Raw debut last night.
There you go.
There it is.
Without that belt.
The former NXT champion, Ethan Page.
The sexy red, make sure to rub it in. Oh, y'all remember you?
Vampire's Life.
Oh, y'all remember you? You got your ass beat by Trick.
He says, Pierce, your superstar CM Punk cost me my belt, and I want that handled. And Pierce says, that sounds like an Ava problem. And Ava says, I'm actually off the clock right now, so anyway, nothing I can do.
The NXT GM, I am the Rock's daughter right now. Leave me alone.
Dad took me to work, and
he left me. He's somewhere. So I'm talking to Adam Pearce, trying to see if I can get a ride back.
Fucking episode of American Dad where Stan gets left with the Harlem Globetrotters. Like, yeah, your dad just left you.
That man was
just forgot about you.
That man was in full rock mode. He got in that truck and drove off. And then he got the text like, Dad, where are you?
Put that phone on silent. Just kept on truck.
He got jet by the time he read that text. Like, oh, baby, I'm already in the air. Yeah. Here's tickets to Raw.
I'll see you in a few weeks, baby.
Final dad out.
Final dad. So he's like, well, Ethan's like, well, why are you here? To see Sexy Red. Sexy Red walks in. Okay, here's another. Still don't know why she's here on Raw for no reason other than this one segment. And like you said, she says, "Oh yeah, you're Ethan Page. You got your ass beat last week." And he says something, and Sexy Red goes, "You don't got to catch your attitude or nothing." That's kind of his thing. That's his thing. Next up, this is something that I hated because it reminded me of a horrible time in women's wrestling.
And the bad part about it is, even on top of that, I fell asleep. So I woke up to the end of that match. And I saw you I saw you talking about it in the chat. And I said, oh God, that's what I fell asleep on. It literally is the back to a time of, oh no, not this. This is Divas era. This is the Return of the Divas.
Exactly. That's what I was thinking. I was about to say that, Matt. I was like, this is a Divas era ass match. A 10-woman tag team match. Unholy Union, Pure Fusion Collective against Kaden Carter and Katana Chance. Katana still has her broken nose. She has like the Carmella face mask.
And they still don't got no name.
Still no name. Yeah. Oh, this pissed me the hell off when I was working last night. I was having to type out all the names.
I thought
because like on one side is Unholy Union, Pure Fusion Collective. Boom, easy. Other side, Kaden Carter and Katana Chance and Natalia and Zelina Vega and Lyra. Can y'all have a name? Can y'all please have a name to make it easier?
Two of y'all need to be called the Party Girls, featuring Natty and Lyra Valkyria. But no, y'all got to be Kaden Carter and Katana Chance. Like, no.
Well, what you didn't see, Matt, was the entrances. So Unholy Union, they get their full entrance. Pure Fusion Collection, whole entrance. Or Pure Fusion Collective, sorry, get their whole entrance. The other team comes out just to Natty's theme song.
Oh my God, that's straight up Divas era.
That's when I was like, you gotta be shitting me.
That's just like so you had the two teams. You basically had Lay Cool and two other people team up with them, and then you had Natty as Divas champion coming out with her team. Here's the team of Mickie James, Lyra Valkyria, the Party Girls, and the Divas champion Natty. Oh,
throw Eve Torres in there, like one of the Bellas.
Time to get up.
Literally, like they get, and it was a nothing match. It was the match starts, you immediately go to commercial, and this commercial took like 4 minutes. So most of this match was during a commercial break. We get to the end, the commercial comes back, we're done. Zelina got most of the offense. She tags in Lyra. Lyra hits her old NXT UK finish on Sonya. The like diving scissor kick leg drop to the back of the head. And that's the match.
When I woke up, I was like, oh, they had a women's match? And I heard dun 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 woo. I was like, oh. I'm like, what happened? I saw you messaging and you was like 10 women. I'm like, what? Oh nah, no wonder I fell asleep. I'm like, that's the main issue. I can see what like the people, me and Greg were talking about it before we came on, where folks were complaining last night. Like, man, 2 hours sucks. 2 hours, they need to bring back the third hour. No, they don't. No. They, like Greg said, they just need to write a better show. There's no reason to have we had 8 minutes worth of talking to start out or whatever, 8 to 12 minutes. And then we had like an 8-minute match. The match that y'all hyped up throughout the week, telling us that Jey Uso was going to be making his first title defense. We knew that wasn't going to be the main event because you also told us it was going to be Gunther versus Sammy. So we already had 2 matches in that 2 hours. Y'all just needed to flesh out the women's part. It seemed like they forgot at the last second, just like Vince used to. Oh, shoot, we got to put some women out here. Man, let's just put them. 10 women match. No. Y'all should have cut down on all those promos. We didn't need to have Sammy and Cody. We didn't need to see Cody. Cody didn't need to be there. They could have saved Cody for that taped episode, for the episode they had to tape afterwards. That's honestly where they could have used Cody.
The thing about Liv showing up and leaving immediately, like that didn't need to be shown at all. Just say they're not here or something. You don't have to do that segment. Sexy Red taking the first minute of the show for no reason. Sexy Red taking another segment with Ethan Page and Ava Raine. Good for Ethan to get on Raw, but that there was no reason to do those segments. Now, I think possibly they had something different planned, but like the 10 minutes of production problems stalled out. But even then, if that still happens, you had enough to break up and cut away to give us at least 2 women's matches, or at the very least, 1 match with enough time to do something. Right. Like you could have just had, I don't know, Lyra versus Shayna, or you could have had the Party Girls take on PFC or something. Like just a good 1 match where like 1-on-1 or at most 2-on-2. But once you get like,
once you have basically the equivalent of a Survivor Series match, that's doing too much. Like,
yeah,
nobody.
The only reason those work is because those matches have 40 minutes on a show.
Right.
When you do 10-person tags on TV, you get, I think this was a 7-minute match. So like,
nobody got in none of their offense. It was just a mess. And nobody looked good in the end. Like, oh, okay, Lyra got the pin, but that don't mean nothing because she's going to probably be back in NXT. Also, because she's still full of Tatum.
They also showed a segment where she's sitting in the Raw locker room and she sees something like hanging out of like some box. I think like one of the like long wooden seats. She pops it open. Tatum's in there. Like, why the fuck was this? Why are y'all wasting this much time? Like,
it's I understand they want to promote NXT, but that's what the commercials are for. Y'all don't need to spend so much of the show saying NXT, NXT, NXT. We already just do the ads. Like during that 10-minute lull period, they could have been like, hey, y'all, we got NXT. We're in St. Louis. Tomorrow night is in St. Louis, also here. NXT. Come on out and see it. They could have wasted that time. If they really was smart, they probably see they wasn't thinking. They should have had somebody like Ethan Page go out there because they already just sitting there. They're like, oh, we don't know what to do. What is Ethan Page doing here? Hey, let him he could do a cheap heat promo. I'm sure that's a layup for him.
That is the same crowd that's going to be there tonight because they're still in St. Louis. So the crowd tonight is going to know who Ethan Page is. So the crowd last night would have known who Ethan Page was.
He could have had something out there and trash St. Louis for that little time period. And then you could have had, oh shit. You had Wade get up like, hey, don't be talking about my folks here in St. Louis. Bullhammer, boom, in the segment. Because then you could be like, then jump and they'll be like, hey, we got the technical difficulties fixed. Go in there and bullhammer. And then they already told Ethan Page, hey, when Wade comes in there, he's gonna take you out. That means they fixed. Boom. And then could have been a better show. It would have been instead of them just going, instead of us getting a 7-minute, 10 women. See how that doesn't make sense? A 10 women tag 7-minute match is more women than it is minutes.
Yeah. So most of the people get nothing out of it.
Exactly.
I don't like tag matches where there's more than 3 on it. I really don't love trios matches that much, but I don't like anything where it's more than 3 people on each team. if we're not doing the Survivor Series stuff. Like if we're not doing that, where you're going to guarantee a 40-minute show or 40-minute match, don't do it. Don't do it.
It makes the ring just look messy as hell. Like they're all standing there on the apron. Like one person is in the ring, 3 people are in the ring because the ref too. But 2 people are in the ring, and you got 4 other people standing on each side. And it's like, all right, yep, you only got those up. You don't got these other corners to fight in because these corners are filled. And if they do go over there, we know the good guys aren't going to touch them, but the bad guys. It's oh my god! Just why are we doing this? Why are we doing it? Like, there's no reason for us. Like Greg said, there's no reason for us to be having these type of matches unless it's a PLE where those type of rules are enforced, like Survivor Series, War Games, that type of job. Any other time, these are just a mess.
Once you do 10-person, if it's not an elimination match, it is not worth the time to have most of those people out there in that ring. Nope. And Tito's got a good point. Like if HBK can do more with his women's division in 2 hours, like HBK, whether you like really love it or not, HBK guarantees you like 2 or 3 women's matches per week, along with multiple segments, and you still have time for a lot of other shit. They should have had something, and I don't know if maybe there's like travel issues or something. I really don't know. It felt like that was one of those problems, but we didn't hear about that. But I know next week they're doing the UK, or this week they're doing the UK tour. So like maybe some of them already flew over. I don't know. But no, because some of the people that weren't there for this week's Raw are gonna be on next week's Raw. So they were there at the show.
They were there
on last night's show. They were there.
They're just sitting in catering. Not doing a damn thing.
It's no excuse for it. It's a real shame. The main event was Sammy and Gunther for the world title. It was fucking phenomenal. It was great. I think it was almost a 20-minute match. Went through 2 commercial breaks.
And it ended just like I wanted it to. It was Sammy went to sleep, and Gunther said Gunther did what he was. Gunther said he did what he said he was gonna do. So we took them title points. We were happy. We were ready to look at goofy ass Cody.
And Sammy's his best when he's fighting from under. As always, that's what he's best at. And Gunther's the best when he's just laying his shit in and beating the hell out of you. So it's a good combination. And Sammy got his ass beat for like, I'd say 85% of this match.
Yeah.
Maybe more.
He just kept kicking out.
Yeah. He caught Gunther with like an exploder into the turnbuckle or into the barricade, hit a haluva kick in the barricade. And like, all right, well, that's not going to be the end of it. Goes inside the ring, hits another haluva kick. Oh, fuck. Wait, is this going to happen?
Right.
No way. No. Like, I actually, for a second, I was like, oh, shit, they're changing the belt. Oh, my God, they're going to change the belt. But then when he ran out of the corner to do that third haluva kick, I was like, no, they're not.
Yeah.
Nope, that was too much.
I started having flashbacks like, oh my God, no. Ever since that was the night, like I already had liked Gunther, but I just didn't like that it was Sammy that beat him. Like that still didn't sit right with me. Even though Gunther has gotten all his desserts now. That man went to Saudi Arabia, he won the crown, he won the title. But I just want Gunther to just flex on him now because it's like that he needed that win. Like, yeah, act like that didn't happen, y'all, earlier this year. This is always the result. y'all wasn't at WrestleMania.
I was a little afraid for y'all, honestly, because Sammy kicked out of this powerbomb at 1, and you see Gunther do the the oh shit face, like oh fuck, he's actually gonna win this match. And Sammy ain't never won that belt. He's only gonna win it 1 time, and it might be the end of his career, but he's gonna win it 1 time.
Dolph can win it like twice. Sammy can at least win it once.
Yeah. You know what's crazy is this. So we're gonna get into NXT in a second, and there are so many stars from the main roster on tonight's NXT show that they just didn't talk about. Like Bianca and Jade are teaming with your girl Kalani in a trios match. You're like, well, why the fuck didn't we mention that when they talked about like them facing Damage Control next week?
Right.
Talk about the 6-person tag match tomorrow night.
And
we
Bianca
also have
retweeting her whole like she's been retweeting all day her old NXT highlights. She's like, oh yeah, this was the beginning of the era. Like, y'all go here. Her interrupting Mia Yim. I'm like, oh yeah, I forgot about that. But that's what Mike was like, that's my girl.
Fraxium defends against A-Town Down Under tonight.
Which I honestly would not be hurt if they decide, like, I love Fraxium. I like A-Town Down Under because that's honestly the best thing for both of them. I wouldn't mind seeing A-Town Down Under back at NXT because honestly, with the Machine Guns and Viking Raiders, and even though they're going to be on Raw, all these people are showing up. Hey, somebody got to go down.
Yeah,
them boys could go. It wouldn't be a remedial. It wouldn't be anything like, oh, this is a downgrade. NXT is equal opportunity. Championships are championships. And they would honestly fit in down into this new NXT. Oh, they would definitely be perfect for the CW.
Oh, yeah. Works a lot more shit talking, a lot more about the personality. Yeah, for sure. For sure.
Let them go in your local news shows. Yeah, we the NXT champion. What's up, y'all?
Because Waller's OG NXT run wasn't anything to write home about. You know, it was fine. It was.
I'm still shocked he won the Iron Survivor.
I'm not entirely sure why he was in the match, but yeah, like
he's not gonna win. It. Like, ew, he won. And then like he's getting called up. I'm like, he's good, but I feel
he's
like
gonna challenge for the title
longer.
He's gonna challenge for the NXT title. He ain't winning that shit.
Right.
So
they're like, he's going up. Like, why? He honestly, him and Theory are both like, I see why they're teamed up because they both got called up too early, low key.
Yeah. And they're both great at what they do. Like Theory legitimately is a fantastic wrestler. Like I've been saying this since I saw him evolve. He is genuinely an incredible talent. The problem is when he came up from NXT, he was like this goofy fourth most important person in a stable. And they immediately want you to be like, yeah, he's worthy of being a US champion and a Money in the Bank winner. He's been a dork for 2 years. You got to work on that a little bit. You know? But like people are really starting to appreciate Theory and Waller more, which is good because they're both better than people used to give them credit for. But you know, so the Guns were supposed to go to NXT, but because of Pentagon's stupid mouth, they couldn't leave AEW. So the Guns go to SmackDown. So you know what, Matt? Yeah, put A-Town Down Under in NXT. Screw it.
That will instantly make that tag division better than what it is right now.
Make it a bit more interesting, at least, you know. And you can have them lose to Hank and Tank, you know, our boys, Hank and Tank. I mean, what the club ain't doing shit right now in NXT. So,
and they need some tag teams because we ain't got no Chase U or they Chase Community College because Ridge killed all of them. He shut the school down. He burned it down.
Pretty much. Single-handedly killed a school. But so like all those people are going to be on the show. Rain is going to be on the show for obvious reasons, which we're going to get into in a second. And Jey Uso also said after he got his ass whooped by Braun, oh yeah, I'm going to show up on NXT tomorrow night.
I didn't hear that. So this morning in all my elevated glory, just before I left for work, I was looking at the NXT preview and I saw at the bottom, it was like Jey Uso. I'm like, what the fuck? Why is it Jey Uso? Why does it just say Jey Uso? Like, maybe that's a typo.
Nah, He's yeeting his ass down to NXT for a night.
All right, I'm glad only person I started was Tony D'Angelo and Kalani. The people that one I know is winning, and then the second I hope is winning.
So let's get into this preview. Of course, Kalani, Bianca, and Jay versus Fatal Influence. There ain't no way in hell Fatal Influence is winning this match.
Right.
Is not happening.
Every time I get ready to cut her, she gets a little easy little layup match for me. So thank you, Kalani. I love you.
Not only that, I think we said was it last week? She was hitting some crazy new moves, innovative based off her gymnastic career.
So good. She just got. I hope, with her being with Bianca and Jade, they can put some shine on her and help her figure out her gimmick.
Sexy Red, hey, because it's on the CW. That's exactly
they told us right after Battleground that she was going to be back, and I had said it right then and there. Why she's going to be on the premiere episode of NXT. I didn't get Joe Henry.
We're close.
I got this,
and that was so funny because right after that happened was the news broke that there was a warrant out for her arrest for speeding. It was like maybe she doesn't show up in now. Maybe it doesn't happen. No, she's still going to be there. That I can't say I'm into Sexy Red's music. I'm just not. But a lot of people are, man. It's
also shout out.
She's popular for a reason.
Shout out to DX, them doing a recreation of their State of the Union address for the NXT social media page. I saw that on Twitter earlier today. It was funny to hear Triple H and HBK talking about yeah.
We will use yacht. Tripped over the skibbity toilet thing. He's like, we're gonna skibbity bibble Ohio.
I was like, hey, Ohio. He was like, why did you say Ohio? Like, that's how you know I'm in NXT, y'all. That's how y'all know I'm in NXT.
Got a problem with Sexy Red. 2 X's, by the way. 2 X's, get it right. Mongo with the rap is crap at it. No, I like rap. I don't like Sexy Red's music. Not for me.
We know what's gonna happen. She's gonna come out there just like it's gonna be basically Battleground Part 2. She ain't gonna be cussing, she ain't gonna be cussing because it's CW. But she gonna be twerking, and it's probably gonna be some way, somehow. Trick is going to be a part of that concert because he has the belt. And Trick he already been on social media talking about he a Saint Lunatic. He ain't showed up in the Rams jersey. Playing Nelly. He got the belt. We gonna hear from Trick tonight, the new champ, 2-time Trick.
We're also gonna see the match I'm looking forward to the most, even more so than Randy's match. Oba Femi defending that belt against Tony D. Is it time for Tony D to finally win a real singles belt?
I've been here since the ravioli was getting made, y'all. Since the sauce was getting put on the spaghetti. It's time. Like Greg said, it is time to win a real singles championship. Forget tag titles. Forget Heritage Cups. It's time for this man to be the champion of not only North America, but all of Italian America. All of them. All of Italian America. Yes, it's time. I'm gonna be shedding tears with marinara, y'all. This is gonna be beautiful. It's gonna be beautiful.
Is that what it was? It was a fight in an airport?
Yeah, that's what she got to fight at the airport. It was something ratchet. It was some shit like I wouldn't be doing that.
I thought I see the name Mongo. Hey, I've been supporting Tony D for the past 5 months, something like that.
It's not been long.
No,
it's one of the people I got just like I got Mike and Kenny to start liking Finn. I got Greg start liking Tony D'Angelo. Greg did not like that band at first. He's like, nah, this was garbage. I'm like, yes, it is very stereotypical and it is very ass, but it fits him. He's gonna do
but he's
well.
good. You even said like, just look at his spine buster. I was like, all right.
Right.
Okay, it's a good spine buster. Because Matt knows I'm a big Ron Simmons fan. So he's a Ron Simmons-esque spine buster, Mongo. He kind of does. All right, I'll give him another chance. And then, yeah, that's what it was. That's all it took.
Then he started killing people.
You know what? Him just killing folks off is kind of funny. It is funny. So yeah, he's going to challenge Oba Femi for the title tonight. Fraxim, of course, defending against A-Town Down Under. We're going to see Roxanne Perez and Cora Jade interact in some fashion.
Cora Jade's two friends also.
When she unzipped the hoodie, it was so, because I saw so many people say like she didn't have to pull the hood down. The second she unzipped the hoodie, we all knew it was Cora Jade.
Like,
it's so true.
Stephanie Recur. I was like, yo, Steph's just that is not no Stephanie. That's maybe McMahon, but that ain't Stephanie Recur.
Pop that thing. I was like, oh, Cora's back.
Like, yay.
Everybody on Twitter was like, we knew before that hood fell off. the second she got some fresh air, we knew.
She's been showing them things off ever since they said you can take pictures. The scarring is gone. Oh, okay.
Oh God. So I guess
even if you don't want to look at them, you're oh damn, that's Cora. Man, that girl, she loved posting them things.
And am I correct in thinking this, Matt? These two were the tag champions, right? This is who turned on Roxanne.
Yes, Cora? This was the turn in which the titles were thrown in the trash.
Yeah, Cora single-handedly killed those belts.
They heard me. This was complaint number one of me being in NXT. Why we got these belts? Why the fuck do we have these belts, Sean? Well, you know, get rid of these shits. And he had them thrown in the trash, and I'm like, I ain't mean all like that, but okay.
And Damien is right. It is funny. Like Cora did her return better. Not only did she actually affect the match, she didn't get caught by the ref when she did it. So the match got to continue, you know? And then Julia posted a tweet where she was like at a target range shooting. And there's like a mild threat to Cora. Like, is Julia going to shoot Cora Jade?
That's what I
Damn, that parking lot's changed.
I was like, hey, that's how y'all know. Hey, she ain't been in NXT 5 minutes and I already told her, hey, you need a gun.
Strap up.
Gun. You know what'll work better than these fists? A Glock. Shoot these people. You have to.
Getting the opposite of the Friday speech where it's like, a real man fights with these. Like, no, a real man.
Well, we in NXT. And in Maddie's NXT, as approved by HBK, we pull out the Glock. We pull out the Glock.
That's why Arn should go down there. Arn Anderson would feel right at home in NXT.
Why do you think Lexus King is down there? Y'all know who his daddy is. And what did his daddy do? Pull out the Glock.
Pull out the Glock.
Why you think she don't give him respect? Because he ain't trying to get shot. That's what
also, are we sticking with the Lexus King face turn? Is that what we're doing? Because he like got advice from Punk last week. I hate
Lexus King. I know he there, so I know we gonna get some Lexus King tonight.
How y'all doing? I'm fine with you turning me on to Tony D. I hate how much you've gotten our entire pod chat to change our opinions on Lexus King.
The King, take much. The King.
You were just so hyped for Lexus King for like 4 weeks, and it just spread. Soon Mike was like, yeah, the King. Kenny, Tito, like it was an infection. You gave us a virus.
You know what it was? That man came in and defended my honor. He defended the honor of my hatred for that dancing rainmaker DJ, Eddie Thorpe. And when he destroyed Eddie Thorpe, you are Number one, you are part of you are part of my faction now. You've been recruited. That's how you knew. I knew when he destroyed him. Oh yeah, I'm back running NXT again. He can. You see, Matt
can lead a cult. Nah, that man killed the DJ.
People that get rid of Eddie Thorpe. It was Dijak, and then they fucked him over and fired him. And I said,
to be fair,
as soon as Eddie Thorpe came back, I said, "Oh no, somebody got to take him back out because obviously Dijak's work wasn't finished." And boom,
who's the Power Ranger? Not Axiom. Who's the Power Ranger?
Not Axiom. I hope not Axiom.
Dante Chin. He killed Dante Chin.
Yeah, fuck Dante. We don't like him.
We haven't seen Dante in a while.
That was the first time I really cheered for Ethan. That was probably the first and only time I cheered for Ethan Page. When he fought Dante. I was like, oh yeah, beat his ass. Please beat his ass.
Real quick side note, did you find out why Dijak got released after he got drafted to Raw? Did you learn?
No.
He got caught leaking shit to the dirt sheets.
Oh, that was him.
That was him.
Oh, damn. That was him always getting that shit wrong with Zero. Zero's ass was getting that shit wrong.
Apparently, Dijak was one of the leakers.
Oh.
Allegedly, he was one of the leakers. But I saw some people that I know as reliable people that have said it. And like, that's unfortunate. That sucks.
Because there was like a time where like Zero was getting a bunch of shit wrong. Then WrestleVotes got something wrong. And it was like, whoever
and WrestleVotes usually get stuff right. Like WrestleVotes usually is on top of it.
And it was like, whoever y'all talked to, whatever that leak was, that was the poison. And that was what got Dijak gone there. Because whatever it was like, that was so off.
Not even close. So we only told that to one person, Dijak. So
right. They like, hey, Donovan, you want to come to the office real quick? Yeah, what happened? So about that rumor that Jacob is not joining the bloodline. Who told you that? I didn't say that. I didn't say. You're the only one we said that to. So like, we're gonna need.
Someone told you that Shawn Spears is gonna beat Cody for the title at Backlash, and no.
Someone told you that Joe Henry was gonna win the NXT titles.
Matt told me that. What's wrong with leaking shit? Ain't that what you want for your job? No, I mean, sort of like, yeah, I work, in the dirt sheet industry essentially. And all sports do. You kind of like listen to stuff like that, but you don't want to be caught being the leaker because it will get you fired. Like, we're not saying we're not insulting the guy. It's just that if you get caught leaking shit in any business, you'll get fired.
Like for NFL, like when Adam Schefter finds out all that stuff about people, like he's like, oh, well, this person's about to get traded and the trade hasn't even been announced. It's because either the GM themselves is just telling him directly and is trying to get the heads up to him to be nice, or he didn't talk to an agent or to somebody's cousin who the player told in confidence, like, hey, man, I'm about to get traded to the Miami Dolphins. And he's like, hey, so he going to the Dolphins. And hey, can y'all, they DM Adam Schefter. Hey, my cousin going to the Dolphins. I'm going to let you know. And then they verify it. And he's like, hey, got this person going to the Dolphins. It's just like Mongo said, but you don't want to be that person that is wrong. Because I remember, like, when LeBron was supposed to go, like when LeBron left to go to Miami, it was someone saying, like, oh, he's definitely going to New York. He's definitely going there. And then when he said, I'm taking my talents to South Beach, that dude looked like he lost all of his credibility after that. Like, he had so much credibility, but because he put it all on LeBron going to New York, he got knocked down a lot of pegs. He had to rebuild himself back up.
Yeah,
so
gone.
you don't want to be that person.
No, it's like, yeah, it's like, yeah, we work with leaks and like, yeah, that's part of the thing, but like, you don't want to be the guy caught leaking things, and especially that way where you're like, you're just saying whatever. So if that, and, again, allegedly, but that's importantly.
I remember our one friend, I ain't gonna say his name, who used to work at WWE shop.
It was so funny because the guy that we know, our good friend, that told, I'm not gonna say the site, but they said, hey, I heard this. Do you want me to print this as a rumor? He was told, no, make it an exclusive. And he's like, it's not, I don't know if it's a fact. I was giving you a rumor. And they said, no, make it an exclusive. And that site printed it. And it didn't happen. And like, he got a lot of shit for it. And really, it was the site's fault for forcing it to be that way. But we have not let him forget that yet. I think every couple of weeks, we drop a joke about that.
And then
it just never lets up.
Our same friend, because he leaked that and got that wrong. But then he leaked to us, NWO. He was like, oh, the Shield is coming back, because he knew I was a Super Shield fan. He was like, the Shield is coming back tonight. And he was like, this is what the shirt looks like. I was like, I went like just marked out. I was like, yo, I want to buy it now. He's like, you gotta wait. I'm like, oh my God.
Once he had the shirt as proof, like, all right, that's happening. That's right. Happening. Once you've got merch, like, all right, that's going down. Tito just posted something on Instagram from Tony Khan. So let's check that out before we wrap up today.
For Title Tuesday.
Night is Title Tuesday. It's a Tuesday night AEW Dynamite. Title Tuesday tonight on TBS. Perfect time for my first TikTok in 2 years, because I have an important announcement about tonight's show. Ladies and gentlemen, we were planning to have a huge match. Willow Nightingale, the former TBS champion, taking on Dr. Britt Baker, DMD, the former AEW Women's World Champion, for a shot at the AEW Women's World title this Saturday at AEW Wrestle Dream. Unfortunately, Dr. Britt Baker is unable to travel. Britt is very, very sick. And to protect the wrestlers, the fans at ringside, everyone backstage, I think the right thing to do is to replace Britt and give the fans a great match tonight. Instead of seeing Willow Nightingale, the former TBS champion, taking on a former AEW Women's World Champion, I'm going to have Willow Nightingale wrestling 3 former AEW Women's World Champions in a 4-way match. It'll be Willow Nightingale versus Saraya versus Nyla Rose versus Jamie Hayter tonight on Title Tuesday at a special start time, 9 p.m. Eastern, 8 p.m. Central on TBS. Don't miss Title Tuesday tonight. Thank you very much, TikTok and AEW. See you tonight.
Okay. I mean, all right.
That could be a triple threat match. Doesn't need to be a fatal 4-way.
We don't have Saraya in there.
As soon as he said that second name, or the first name, because we already knew it was Willow. The second name, I don't want to see her. Even though I think she broke up with dude, I still don't want to see her. Like, no.
I don't even know. Did they break up? Did they finally break up?
They did, but even still, it's like, I still don't want to see you. Like,
well, we'll find out if she has a new theme tonight. That's when we're gonna learn.
Like, I hate when they had these Title Tuesday shows, because then they just go so hard on saying tease. Title Tuesday on TikTok. So the first time in 2 years you want to use TikTok to promote Title Tuesday. All them teas.
Everybody has the same thing. Why is he so loud? Sounds like Vince McMahon every time he talks. They're starting to dress like him too.
What a maneuver!
Why can't he stop yelling? Hope makes him dead.
Also, yesterday I mentioned that bad blood match. That match with the Hell in a Cell. That is the last match of Vince McMahon on commentary. If you ever want to watch it, that is the last time you see. That's his last time on commentary as just Vince McMahon, because after that is Survivor Series, and he's not on commentary for Survivor Series. It's JR and the king. And we know what happens there. Ring the damn bell.
Ring the
He's Mr. McMahon from then on.
I do love in the documentary when they talk about that. And, you know, I kind of wish they didn't spend so much time on it because we all know the deal with that Montreal screw job. But it was funny when they're like, I saw him over there and he tells them, ring the fucking bell. Like everybody has the same Vince McMahon impression.
Just ring the bell. Ring the damn bells. Oh.
Last but not least, of course, NXT before we get out of here. Randy Orton and Javon Evans. All right, Javon, this is your shot, brother.
You gonna die.
This is your shot. Javon, my friend, you better do something tonight.
Javon, you about to end up like your cousin Devontae. You saw what KO did to him.
Oh, I forgot to talk about it before we wrap up. Did you see what I posted in the I was having issues on the Messenger app on my phone.
Oh, but Danny Palmer?
Danny Palmer, yes.
Oh my God, yeah. That girl is stupid.
Chat for the couple of dozen we got with us still watching us. Danny Palmer on Instagram, you know, because this always works out, shared her opinions on how the storms affecting the eastern coast of the United States are working. Of course, we had Hurricane Helene, whatever, come through the eastern coast, fucked up my state, Florida, Georgia, and North Carolina. We have another hurricane that was a Cat 5, might be a Cat 4 by the time it hits Florida, which is going to do tremendous, horrific amounts of damage. If you're down in Florida, we're praying for you. You know, hope you find some shelter. Hopefully, maybe you got to leave the state.
Get out of town. But if you can't, just hunker down. Stay safe.
But I'm gonna read this because I have to. From Danny Palmer's Instagram, praying for Florida. Stay alert and do your own research. Immediately makes you go, oh fuck.
Right. Like, why I need to look up hurricanes? Research what? How to get the fuck out of here? That's what I'm researching. That's what I'm researching.
Where I can find like a good hotel.
Right. Research.
But to me, something is fishy. Research cloud seeding. Research weather wars. Keep note of the states being affected. Solid red states. Georgia went blue in the last election.
I'm looking at her like all of the Southeast gets fucked every time this year. This is not no conspiracy. Nobody is controlling the weather.
Hurricanes happen.
Right.
I had a go ahead.
They're just happening worse because of a little thing called global warming.
Oh, global warming is not real, but the weather machine, the magic weather machine is. Yeah, that bitch is dumb.
You got people stuck in space, and we got a weather machine.
Yeah,
the people on the International Space Station that can't come home until February. Yeah, they up there like, yeah, look at this fucking weather machine. You know what? Since we stuck here, let's have hurricanes on their asses. Like, no, that's not what they're doing.
So stupid. 46 days until Election Day. USPS has suspended service to many zip codes due to the storm. Georgia, like, yeah, no shit. Georgia's 42 zip codes, North Carolina 39 zip codes, Tennessee 19.
The Postman's Creed don't say nothing about no damn hurricanes. That's why they shut that shit down.
Rain, sleet, or snow.
Snow. Not hurricanes, not tornadoes, not cyclones, not typhoons. Rain, sleet, snow, and ice.
I need to see real quick how old this woman is because she clearly is too old to be thinking this. Like,
can you imagine a male person trying to deliver? They will be.
One of my best friends delivers mail, and I'll tell you this right now, she ain't doing anything close to delivering anything. If the wind is bad, hell no.
Wait, them trucks are already basically weapons on themselves. And then if you want them to be in a hurricane so they can just get took up, oh, nah.
Yeah, Tito. Apparently, we have the technology to affect the weather.
We can control the weather, but we can't control the guns. How backwards is that?
Just a fucking moron. Jesus Christ. Like, how stupid. And she's from Louisville, Kentucky. So,
I ain't from here. I am not from here. I just live here. That's why I always rep Ohio. I am from Ohio. Ohio.
God, what a dumb person. Anyway, let's get out of here. We've been on too long. Folks, we'll be back tomorrow to I just saw that comment Tito put. We'll be back tomorrow to talk about what happens tonight. And I guess there's no Dynamite tomorrow. So like I guess we'll just cover the NXT and Dynamite tomorrow.
Yeah, we'll just cover NXT and Dynamite tomorrow, and then whatever fuckery happens.
Yeah, we'll talk about what happens and we'll go into it, and hopefully Danny Palmer's dumb ass doesn't say anything else stupid. You can follow us at facebook.com/underringpod.
She needs to do her research.
She needs to do because that's fucking ridiculous. And twitch.tv/underringpod. If you follow us, any of those, follow, like, subscribe. You'll know when we go live. Get a little notification so you never miss any shows that we do. You can also get us at our links at linktree/underringpod, as well as fingertip.com/underringpod. You go there, you will see our links. I am at Greg Bush SK. Go there when I post my links to any articles that I write, any coverage that I do. I cover Raw and NXT Live, as well as Collision now. I cover Collision Live. So I'll always be posting links to those shows. And you find our current predictions champion, Kenny, at Rock Ribs 44. You get a teacher man, Mike Jones, at Mr. Freshbeard. We can also see our current Are You Fucking Serious quiz champion, the final Matty himself, at The Right Answer. Our street team captain, the Tito Flair of the podcast, Tito at Borja Maliente. And last but not least, our good friend and local news correspondent, Justin D. Baxley. Folks, y'all have a fantastic Tuesday night. If you were in Florida, we're praying for you. Stay safe, stay healthy, and most importantly, do it done.
Do it done, y'all. Do the research. Hey, do the research.
Hey.
Do the research. Don't
be stupid.
Nice.
Don't be stupid.
Hey.